Alright, and if you notice here, we can tell if the proofreading section in the writing category is a top seller by just checking out the reviews that we see there. If you see anything over 100, 200, you know that's definitely something that is selling a lot. Is that clear to everybody? Just type the word clear if you want to know you're responding to this particular thing that I'm saying. Clear? Right. So the first thing is that obviously if you don't, whether you have, we're going to talk about things like videos, how to edit the thing and have it be attractive and all of that. But first things first, if you're not having what persons need, then you're not going to make any sales. That's just common sense, no matter how you get the other things right. So you can see that proofreading here is clearly in demand. You see persons here doing over 200 sales in those categories, okay? Let's try another category. Let's try graphics and design. All right, so let's go over to graphics and design.
You know something attractive, you know?
Okay, let's try the business cards and stationery category. Everybody type I am in business card if you are in the business card section. Now, if you've seen what I'm seeing here on the screen, this person has over 1,000 reviews. Now that means that they easily could have 4 times more orders, because sometimes 1 out of 4, maybe 1 out of 3 persons leaves a review. You never get all the persons leaving a review. So if you multiply that by 4 or 3, right here you'll see that this person would easily have done, let's just click on that gig. This person would easily have done over 4,000 orders. So the review is not the number of orders. So actually they're always going to be doing more, because as I said, not everybody leaves a review. You get it? So you get 550, that's it. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, all right, so let's go to another category. Let's go to video and animation. All right, and here we can see intro logos. Are you in the intro logo section, everybody? So that's video and animation, and look at the intro logo section here. Hello, are you in the intro, video intro section? Okay, and you can see here 1328 reviews. Easily they could have done just 4 times that amount, over 4,000 orders easily. You know, so clearly this is another gig that's in demand. So this is how you find out what gigs are in demand for each category that you could think of. We could do one more for just to get the point out there. Let's see. Let's try business virtual assistant.
I love that name.
Hey, who's that? Okay, so Here you can see here. Well, this guy here, let's try look at a level 2 person, because I don't want you guys to think that it's just because that person could be there for several years and well, but the fact that they've stuck around that long shows it. Now this person here, I'm going to show you that she hasn't been around for a long time. Only a couple months, not even a year yet. So actually a shorter time than me. And let's see. Click on the username there. Okay. Okay. So member since July 2014. You see that, everybody? Do you see member since July 2014? For this person, for this seller who has a virtual assistant gig, member since July 2014. See that there? Less than a year. If you're looking at my virtual assistant screen now, type the letters VA so I can know that you're there. Just type the letters VA so that I know that you're there. Oh, sorry about that. Somehow the screen share got disabled. Are you now seeing? Let me show you how I got to this person here. This is a level 2 seller here. Once I had gone into the virtual assistant category, so I went to business, then virtual assistant, and I picked on this person over here. That's business, virtual assistant. I picked on this person over here, so let me go back to her profile. I clicked on her username, Purple Wings, and right, so and there, see, member since July 2014. Seeing it now? Okay, great. So you guys realize this person has been there. How many months is that? Do the math.
July. So December, that's 5.
When is
5 months.
July? That's about 8 months, right? Not counting the same month, right? If you count in duration. She's been on for what? 8 months, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Good. So
Yeah,
and has gotten and would have gotten I remember this is just 1 gig, you know. She also has a transcription gig in which she has gotten 51. I remember that the number of orders is gonna be at least 3-4 times this. What you see here, right? For these numbers here. So it's a whole heap of orders, that, right? Some of you don't even get 100 orders yet,
No.
right? So what is this telling you? It's telling that by the number of orders, let me go back on the gig itself. So in case you're wondering, say, oh, because some of them people had about 4 years, that's why they have 300 orders. No, this person have 300 orders on 1 gig in less than a year. And remember, it's more than 300. She has over, I would say, at least 1,200 orders she has gotten. How that sound?
Wow.
Type wicked if you think it wicked.
wicked,
Alright.
wicked.
Okay, good. So the point here, I'm spending the time on this to show you here that the service that you pick must not be just something that you like. It's not a what you like business, okay? That's not how this thing works. The service must be something that is in demand that people need to get done for their business or whatever use. Understood? Type got it
Right,
if you got that.
got it.
You must type it. Don't just type
No,
it.
no,
No,
that's
so.
use computer.
Alright. Okay, good. So now, what this means is that if you pick any of those, now obviously it must be something that you can do or that you're going to be learning the skill quickly. And you can go to YouTube, for example, to learn how to do proofreading or search on Google, right? If you want to do fan pages, keyword research. So you'll always find high sellers in each category, but obviously you're going to pick the high seller that you can do or learn quickly how to do. Make sense? Does it make sense? All right. So So right, so that being said, you have the so for example, everybody, and remember, virtual assistant is not a man or woman thing, right? Anybody can do it, um, specifically. So let's say you pick one of the highest selling gigs, virtual assistant. Then what's next? Let's go back to that category as an example, virtual assistant. Now you're going to be putting on your buyer cap, so you're going to be thinking as a buyer right now. Okay. Now you come to this. Well, you'd be searching. So to be honest, most persons aren't going to see probably this listing. They're going to search here, right? So they're going to type in at the top there. So this is how the buyers function. Virtual assistant. Okay. Now it's going to start up with an autocomplete as you see here. They're probably going to click on the first one, but it will illustrate the point once that screen comes up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so now you have the high rating recommended new, right? And you have you have when they deliver. Now, these two persons here are obviously way ahead of you in the virtual assistant category. Do you agree? I agree. I disagree. Say something to people.
I agree.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Now, so the question some people ask themselves, but gee, look on this girl. I mean, she's in high rating. Let's go to recommended and whoever in the recommended section. How am I gonna compete with these people? Nobody going to buy from me because these people top rated and thing. Okay. First thing to understand here, right? Let's Oh, that girl look nice. See? All right, let me go back on the high rating. Right, this is not Facebook. Need to remind myself. Okay, let's go back on our local friend here from Philippines. Now, what you notice here in the orders in queue, how many orders you see in the queue? Type the number to make sure you're following me.
Numbers, orders in queue. 13.
How many orders do you see in the queue? Let me see if you're paying attention to the screen that I'm paying attention to. Yes. Use the comment. Please use your headset so that I don't get a feedback of my own voice. Thanks. Alright, so good. So you realize it's 13. Now, that means that some people have to wait a while, and you notice that it's 7 days on average.
Whoa.
For the delivery.
Damn.
Alright, okay, so she's a level 2 and she's in demand. Good rating and thing. Her description is good. We're going to emphasize this in a little while. So what this means is that, simply put, she can't do all the work on Fiverr. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sugar bakes money. Yeah.
That makes sense. I need to know that you're getting everything I'm saying, just to be sure, because, it's technology we're using here. Right, so that's where you come in now. Right, you can get a piece of the pie. So what happens now is that this person's not a top rated person, but we can still use her as an example. To get sales and you're new, you have to do at least what the persons are doing and do it better. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Now the question is, how do you, like in her case as a virtual assistant, how do you do what she does better? All right. This might actually be easier than you think. First of all, we have a big clue right here. You see her delivery time? How many days on average? Type it. How many days on average?
Don't like so much.
These persons not using the chat box. What the dickens is going on? I'm hearing myself. Right. How many days on average? 7, right? So what's one way automatically you could do what she's doing better? Offer it better. Let me see if anybody is thinking. Right, offer a shorter delivery time in terms of days. Right? How many days would you put here to offer a better time? Type it in the box.
You gonna stop shaking, Ben?
Please don't want to witness any crime here now. Make sure there is no abuse of any family member happening in the background or of any sort. Thank you. Alright, so some person saying, okay, so everybody that pick a number less than 7, I am really shocked that some of you really pick something as big as 3. Clearly, I don't want any work. Where the people in want to work there? Wait for them coming at the come in the class. I need them to come get in this class. People want to work. You see, let me tell you something. One of these one of these one of these things here that going to make you know what's the reality. Let's go back to the Fiverr screen on. Let's go back. All right. Now, if you look at the categories, you see there are numbers there, right? And in all the categories, it's showing you that there are in virtual assistant you have 445,
Okay.
right? Now you have new people joining every day. Let's click on the new thing over here, right? And new people getting work. Just as well, you're wondering how come people that go to the boot camp last week getting jobs. You went to the boot camp several months ago and you're not getting anything. And they have some of them are put up in the same categories. Have I wondered that? Right? So you see, you have new people here joining. Oh, that brother. Jamaican or whatever. Anyway, let's go to the let me go high rating. I want to find somebody who just get an order just to overemphasize the point, or is fairly young in it. Let's see. Them people, I wouldn't call these people fairly young, and kind of have a bit of orders. Although 34 is pretty recent still. I mean, they haven't really. That's 28. Okay, this person has 12 here, right? Let's look at this person. How new is new? You mean in terms of when I say new persons are joining every day? Or what do you mean exactly? Trying to figure out. No, new can be that you just joined like literally this. I mean, a few hours ago. I mean, right? You have new people joining. Well, you certainly have new people joining every day, right? And they're still able to make work. So, for example, I started in transcription. August. Not August. In November 2013. I did the bootcamp August 2013. But Fiverr has been around since 2010, so I wasn't the first person transcribing, and I'm able to make a living out of this thing. So the point I'm making is that you do what the persons are doing good, and you do it better. And now, remember what we said before about the delivery time? You notice this person here, what him name? Super Cool 26. All right, interesting name. Notice his delivery time there. Type the number of the delivery time just to make sure that you're following. I can be sure that you're following me. I know that he has 12 orders, so in spite of the fact that you saw somebody else, maybe I should just have another screen up for comparison. But the fact you saw somebody else with hundreds of orders, new persons can come in and eat a food. See here, I'm gone 12 orders. Please, right? The comment. Oh, you're considered new until you get a sale. So even if you're on it for like, well, of course, your gig wouldn't be displayed in the, in the display area that we saw before. I mean, let's go back to this. I'm hearing a feedback on my voice. Somebody has their speakers on, and it's causing me to hear that. Right. So he has one order in the queue, 12 reviews, right? So the point is, there's always going to be work there for you. You have to be competitive and make that competitive by easily delivering in quicker time, right? To jumpstart your thing, I'd recommend putting one day. Don't worry about if you're at work and the order comes in. It's good if you have the Fiverr app on the Android. You can respond to the person and just do a dialogue. So even if the order, do a dialogue, and when you reach home, you can rush and do a thing, right? You want to be as attractive as possible. So literally drop it to one day, right? If you can't do the thing, worst case scenario, you just cancel it and you tell me you can't do it. But at least you give yourself the opportunity. Make sense? Make sense, our people? Right? Okay, but there's other ways that you can be competitive for your thing, right? Now, compare. I won't know if you're actually viewing this live video or not. Somebody giving me feedback. That's on the. Don't use your headset. If you're using your loudspeaker, it's gonna feedback right into your mic. But at least you should be muting your mic. I shouldn't even be hearing your mic. Okay, let's see here. Uh, Now, how many hours does she say she will be a virtual assistant for? Type the. How many hours does Purple Wing say she'll be a virtual assistant for? Okay, now she has a lot of orders, so you probably wonder, oh boy, how will I ever compete with her? Now, this guy over here, he might eat her food, so we realize that we have acknowledged that he has a shorter delivery time, so that's competitive, right? That's how you do it better. You offer it faster. How many hours does he offer? Hello, people, we need to get going. You guys are not finding the chat box. What's happening? Alright, you guys starting to get the picture now of how you do what the top sellers do and do it better? Two ways that you can do that. Hope you're making notes somewhere, in a notebook or something. Okay? I haven't even mentioned the fact that some of these guys don't even have videos. Here's a video here. Let me click on this video here. Okay, is this going to play or what? Alright, meantime I try to figure that out. Now, what you offer in your gig description is also very important, right? He doesn't have a very good gig description here, but look at how detailed this person's gig description is, right? And all these services here, if somebody's searching, they'll get hits on this. It will catch the eye of the potential buyer. You see what I mean? Over half an hour and nobody's commenting on the live chat. Okay, somebody has a video playing and it's feeding back. I don't know who it is. All right. So, and the status is online here thanks to the app. She most likely using the Android app there. So you need to make your description as detailed as possible. Don't copy somebody's thing as in cut and paste, but list all the things. You make the words different in a variation. The bullets make it stand out here nicely. And you see all the things that this person offers here. So you definitely don't want to offer less than this person here. What you can do is that if there's something here, like for example, say you don't know how to do social media marketing, just quickly go on YouTube, familiarize yourself about it, list it there, and at least you offer as much service as many services as you can, right? So that's where the description comes in. Make it as detailed as you can, as many services. Cool? Cool, people? All right. Now, another important thing, which is sometimes really, really overlooked, because it sometimes seems like something that's not too critical. You have these tags here, right? When you're creating your gig, you're asked to put in tags, right? And you can use up to 4 tags, or 5 tags, right? Now, some persons using the wrong tag. That's one of the reasons why you're not getting, persons are not searching and finding you. It's very important to use good tags. So you can usually, if you're seeing the top sellers using certain tags, chances are they have the correct tags, right? That you want to get hits for, to research that category. The other thing you want to be careful of is that you put your gig in the right place. Some persons, for example, will have, let's look at transcription, for example. They will have transcription in, when they create a gig, in some other category that doesn't really belong in. And then when they go to the buyer's request, they're wondering why not seeing anything in buyer's request. I want to, no, I should go in right in translation and then show you the different categories that people could misplace the gig in. Alright, it's coming up in a sec, right? So for example, they might put, I've actually seen transcripts in the business category, in I think virtual assistant, something like that. Yeah, you could get away with that, but that's not the ideal thing. You need to have it in the writing and translation, because Fiverr has listed, as made a category for it called transcripts. So some people might put their thing in proofreading. The person's not going to find your gig, especially if you're doing buyer's request, because the buyer's request has to match. If you have a gig in proofreading, you're only going to see buyer's requests for proofreading. So it has to match, okay, everybody? Say okay, no? Alright.
Okay.
So those are the broad things. The tags and the category that you place your gig in, very important. Now the all important thing about video. I'm going to show you something about this person here, Purple Wings, which I'm telling you, it's going to really show you that you're just the basics. No, she doesn't have a video on the virtual assistant gig, and she's doing sales, fine. But when you're new and you want to do all the best practices, so you'll find that some of these persons don't do all the best practices, but they're still getting through, and you can. But hey, why play chances with the thing? Why not give yourself the best chance to do the best you possibly can? Okay. So this person has a video here, and I can tell that this video was made using Windows Movie Maker. You can just spot the Windows Movie Maker videos. So you can go ahead and click on it and play it. For some reason, I'm not able to play it. Maybe what I need to sign in. Let me see. All right. All right. Let's just sign in. Type in the Google Chat screen so we can interact. I won't know if you're actually viewing this live video or not. If you're hearing my voice, find the chat box that's on the Google Hangout screen that you are viewing the live video on. Let's see if I can play it now. Okay. Alright, so the video is now playing. You should see it in a moment. Alright, while that sorts out itself, so having a video on your gig, but the video should really... Okay. She's actually using her voice. So, people, we need to get going. You guys are not finding the chat box. What's happening? Okay, so having a video on your gigs, some of you don't have any video on your gigs, you can do something similar to that. You don't have to personally appear in the video, as you notice there. You can simply have the video be a text video, but your voice is in it, and of course there are guidelines for making the video, such as saying exclusively on Fiverr, and at the end the video must have that mentioned at the end of the video there. Okay, you got that? Alright, I'm checking that it. There's anybody expressing that they're having any difficulty, because I don't know what's going on. We've been here for over half an hour and nobody's commenting. Somebody's still playing a video in the background. Okay. Now notice here, 11 days on average. You see here, you can compete. These persons are high rated sellers, but 11 days on average, clearly no. How I make a lot of my money is that, I have the 24-hour gig up. I have a one-day service. So, and that's at no extra cost. Now, if to get a one-day service for her, you'd have to buy a gig extra. And look here, the gig extra is actually just 2 days delivery time. You notice that? Look at the extra fast. Type extra fast if you're seeing the extra fast section there with me right now. And her extra fast is 2 days. Alright? My I'll show you my let me search for my okay, so transcribe. Oh, somebody ate dinner though, that's not fair, I'm not eating any. Why you do that, man? Shano star. Shano star. That not right at all. Alright, so I'm gonna select 24 hours here for the not cool, man. I'm gonna select 24 hours there because I have a one-day gig. Level 2. I'm a level 2. And by the way, not because you don't see a gig listed high in this screen here means that nobody will find it, because obviously all the hundreds of persons couldn't hold on one page and persons wouldn't keep scrolling for the pages, but people find gigs by searching or by clicking the options that you see there. Lots of Jamaicans in transcription, so you know, so big things are going right there. Right. Wait, did I search for the right keyword? Oh, that's actually Sutania's transcription gig. Alright, so Jamaican here again. So enough. All over the place, we know everything. Alright. I would recommend that if you're using your own picture for your gig, please make sure you're smiling. do me a bigger, please. All right, I'm just gonna go to my gigs. Um, I don't know if it's because of that rating adjust why I'm not seeing it there, but let me just go and preview the gig. All right. Okay. Now, if you really want to work with videos, you can try get an attractive video like this made. I did this one myself. Even though I'm not a video editor, there's a way that you can easily make these fancy looking videos. All right. Okay, like my video? Type the word like if you like it. Oh, Terry, I still mentioned to you about the software. Okay, now another thing that's important is your response time. If people see response time too long, then I'm gonna feel say, boy, as soon as this personal message and say, boy, can you do this work for me? But let me move on, cause them response time is 12 hours. I'm not going to many time soon. That's why it's good to have the Fiverr app on your mobile phone, or at least check your account at least on the hour every hour. Hopefully, if you can do that safely at work without getting fired before the time. So I offer here 1 day on average on this gig here, right? And this is a new gig I created. I've had an older gig before. So, and I've done I've done about 100 orders or 99, something like that. So remember the point I was mentioning about not getting all the reviews for all the gigs? So I've done more orders than this number here that you're seeing here. And 1 day on average. So you see I can compete with the other transcribers that are. Where was our friend? Let me go back to. Let's go back to that. Search for that user. Let's check and see. Yes, Fiverr app is very good. Oh, you have a family emergency. Alright, I understand, man. It will be recorded so you can come back and see the rest of it. We're actually going to wrap up shortly here. Right, so I'll go back on her profile and transcription. Right, so 11 days on average. You see I have there 1 day on average, right? And her extra fast, you have to pay. Where is it? You have to pay $10 for 2 days, and I'm offering the same service with no extra, just the same $5, and you get it in 1 day. Think about that now, people. How my sound? Hello? I asked how do I sound? Okay, right. So I hope you get a basic idea that there's a combination of things you need to really put together to make this thing work for you, right? So I do recommend that you get the gig videos up on all of your gigs. If you start out with at least a movie maker video thing. If you can't do an After Effects video like this, or have somebody do it for you if you want, and get it up. But the key thing is really to have all those things working together. You can make sales with gigs without a video, true, but I mean, why limit yourself? Okay? So, and of course, you notice that my description I have details specifically what I offer, put a lot of stuff there. And now the final thing about the reviews. Now, reviews allow it. I remember having a conversation with somebody where they said that the review, I have good reviews, so they trust me, something like that. I wonder if I can find. Anyway, the point is that doing the gig swap, you've probably seen this mentioned in the group. Doing the gig swap is important. Get somebody to buy a gig and rate it, right? Somebody told me that they read my reviews and they said that I have excellent reviews, and even my bad review was still a good review. Here, see here, this is a 4 point. I think it's a 4.7 rating this person gave overall. Right, see, right, and thing, right. So and there, you should click show more here. You see the other fast turnaround, highly recommend, right? So that's why the reviews help you. If you're new, not getting any sales or more sales, helps to jumpstart that. So you get somebody to buy a gig, you send them somewhere quickly. Just make a contact with somebody in the group. You're not going to make a stranger, total stranger on Fiverr, obviously, and get the rating. Now, say a 5-star rating is up, people have more confidence in you. That one should be straightforward, right? The 5-star rating, right? Oh, scary. Kind of scary sound, them, man. Okay. So the ratings, having somebody buy a gig and get jumpstart the ratings, is why it makes sense. Let's see if I can actually find communication with that. There are something on a gig order that you get to get the idea. One of the things you can do is ask persons. Let's see. Right, I'd ask somebody why they chose me and they saw that they had good reviews. Well, I think I've made the point really. Can't really find that conversation with that particular person. So make notes of everything and you can review this video. Any final questions? For things like software, this was really about what you need to do. For the software that you need to use to do the thing, you can check the group. I'll have links and more comments info. But any questions relating to what I've been doing here on screen, you can just make a mention of that in the chat box there. Hello, somebody. I didn't play them. I clicked though. Yeah. So basically, I'm going to be wrapping up now. I don't see any more questions or comments. So, did you enjoy this online class? Did you learn anything? Just type the words thumbs up. Let me know if you did. Did not. Glad. What the heck? Terry? You're not hearing? Okay, okay, so you can leave a feedback in the group if you of how you found the session under the post that I made initially. And that's basically it. So I'm going to end this session here now, all right? So the important thing is to go ahead and implement everything that I mentioned before. So you pick the services that are in demand, that persons really need. You make sure you do what they're doing better, quicker time, offer more amount of work for the unit time, get your gig videos on, make sure you're using the correct tags. You can look at the top sellers tags for a clue for that. Also, it's very important that you make sure your description is proper. Spelling, check the spelling. Yeah, it should go without saying, but especially if you're doing things like proofreading gig and you have spelling errors in your description. Oh God, it's going to be so offensive. People are just going to run and say, boy, this is a joker doing this, you know? If you're doing graphic design, have samples of your work put up, right? Those are some additional things you definitely need to do, because the graphics and video the category. Obviously, if you're doing videos, show a sample of a video that you have made, right? So you need to put those things in. Getting the Fiverr app on your Android phone, very helpful, because it shows that you're online, and that is another attractive feature that you can use. So you don't need anything fancy. You can just use a simple, what you call it, Huawei phone, and Huawei phone, like a cheap Android phone. And, it shows that you're online with the Fiverr app. That's all you need, So it's very helpful. So take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the dinner. Thank you very much. And remember to leave your feedback in the group. Goodbye, all.